Most students think reading a page or watching a class means they're studying. But just because your eyes are on the page doesn't mean your brain is working. Passive learning doesn't help you retain information in the long run. Studying means thinking, questioning, writing, solving, and sometimes even struggling. That's how your brain actually starts creating connections between what you already know and what you're trying to learn. When you only read without testing yourself or applying the knowledge, it feels like you're being productive, but you'll forget everything in a few days. Real studying is about effort, not illusion. Think about how many hours you've spent rereading without any results. That's not because you're lazy or dumb. It's because nobody taught you how to study the right way. From now on, try this. After every topic, ask yourself, could I explain this to someone right now? If the answer is no, you haven't truly studied. Drop a comment below. Have you been just reading or actually studying? Be real with yourself. Studying without a clear goal is like driving without a destination. You're wasting gas, energy, and time, and worst of all, you're not going anywhere that matters. When you sit down to study, ask yourself, what exactly am I trying to learn? Today, be specific. Not math. Say, I want to master quadratic equations. That clarity keeps your brain focused. Vague goals make it easier to give up or get distracted. But when you know exactly what you want to finish, your mind naturally blocks out distractions. Write down your study goals before each session. It doesn't take long, and it makes your time 10x more effective. You'll finish faster and feel more accomplished. This is a skill successful students use all the time. They don't wait for motivation. They plan their learning and attack it with intention. Comment focused study only if you're done wasting time with no direction. Let's be honest. You can't focus when your phone's lighting up, your room's a mess, and TikTok is one tap away. Your environment plays a massive role in how well you study. The more distractions around you, the harder your brain has to work just to stay focused. That leads to mental fatigue and wasted effort. Clean your space, turn off notifications, and set a dedicated area for study time. Even if it's just a corner of your room, make it sacred. Try using noise cancelling, headphones, or playing lo-fi music without lyrics. Keep snacks and water nearby so you're not getting up every 5 minutes. Over time, your brain will associate that environment with productivity. It will become easier and faster to get into study mode. Comment, "My focus zone is ready," if you're committed to setting up your space for success. Studying for hours without breaks is one of the worst things you can do. Your focus and retention drop dramatically after just 30 minutes of uninterrupted study. That's why the Pomodoro technique exists. 25 minutes of focused work, followed by a 5-minute break. Do this 4 times, and then take a longer break. This method keeps your mind fresh and helps prevent burnout. You actually get more done in less time, and it feels less painful too. Use a timer, and during those 25 minutes, go all in. No checking your phone, no switching tabs, no distractions. When the timer ends, walk away for 5 minutes. Those short rests allow your brain to reset. You'll come back sharper and more ready to absorb information. Comment, Pomodoro mode, on if you're ready to stop grinding and start studying smarter. Have you ever studied something, felt confident, and then totally blanked during a test? That's what happens when you don't review your material. Your brain forgets about 70% of what you learn within 24 hours if you don't go back to it. That means one-and-done studying is practically useless. Reviewing is what turns short-term memory into long-term understanding. You don't need to spend hours reviewing, just do it consistently. Use spaced repetition. Review the material. 1 day later, then 3 days, then 7 days. This keeps the information fresh and strengthens your memory. Flashcards, self-quizzing, and teaching someone else are excellent ways to review. Don't just reread. Make your brain work to remember. Comment, "I review to retain," if you're ready to stop forgetting what you worked hard to learn. Motivation is great when it shows up. But let's be real, it rarely sticks around long enough to get anything done. Successful students don't rely on motivation. They build discipline through routine. They study even when they don't feel like it, because they made a commitment to themselves. Discipline means showing up, not because you're in the mood, but because it's your plan. And trust me, The results will eventually fuel your motivation. Set a time, create a ritual, and treat study like brushing your teeth. It just has to happen. No debate, no delay. Discipline makes things automatic. The first few days are hard, but then it becomes your new normal. You won't need to feel like it anymore. Comment, discipline over motivation if you're ready to show up no matter what. Maybe you hate textbooks but love videos. Maybe you understand better when you write things out or when you talk it through with someone. The way you learn best is called your learning style, and discovering it can change everything. Stop forcing yourself to study like everyone else. Try different strategies: flashcards, summaries, drawings, teaching someone, recording voice notes, or even turning lessons into songs. Notice what makes information click faster for you. Once you find it, double down on that method. Study becomes more fun, and results come faster. You're not bad at learning, you just haven't found your best style yet. Keep testing until something feels right. Comment, I found my style, if you've discovered what really helps you learn. One of the most powerful ways to study is by teaching someone else. It forces you to organize your thoughts and explain things clearly, which means you truly understand it. If you can't explain a concept in your own words, you probably don't fully get it yet. That's your cue to review and go deeper. Don't have someone to teach? No problem. Talk out loud to yourself, record a video, or explain it to your pet. The act of speaking makes your brain work harder. Teaching also exposes what you don't. So, you'll quickly find the gaps in your understanding, and then you know what to study next. It may feel weird at first, but it works. Try it once, and you'll see how much clearer everything becomes. If your friends don't take school seriously, it's going to be harder for you to stay focused and committed. Energy is contagious, and the wrong crowd can drain yours. That doesn't mean you have to cut people off, but it does mean being careful with your time and influence. Choose friends who support your goals, not distract you from them. Surround yourself with people who push you to grow. Start a study group or find an accountability partner. You'll stay more consistent when someone's counting on you. Your environment shapes your habits more than you think. Who you're around becomes who you are. Be the one in your group who takes studying seriously. You might inspire others too. You made it to the end of the video. That's already a win. But what matters now is what you do next. Knowledge without action means nothing. Pick one tip from this video and apply it today. Not tomorrow. Not when you feel like it. Today. Right now, start small. Clean your desk. Set a timer. Write your study goal. Even a 5-minute step is better than waiting for the perfect moment. The students who win aren't always the smartest. They're the ones who move, who try, who fail. Learn and try again. So don't scroll to the next video without doing something. Be different. Be the one who actually changes. Why comment, I'm starting now, and hit that subscribe button if you're ready to take your studies to the next level.